Measuring Time by Eleanor Robb. The earliest people measured time by the changing of seasons, the sun and the moon and the stars. A year is one full rotation around the sun. We have tracked the seasons from spring, summer, fall to winter and back again ever since the beginning of time. The seasons told us when it was time to plant, harvest, and tell stories. There are approximately 365 days in a year. We divide a year into 12 months because the moon goes approximately around the earth 12 times in a year. Ancient Greeks thought that each day of the week was ruled by 5 planets visible to the naked eye and the sun and the moon. That's how we get 7 days of the week. Sunday was ruled by, you can probably guess, the sun. Monday, the moon goddess Luna. Tuesday, Mars, the god of war. Wednesday, Mercury, the messenger. Thursday, Jupiter or Thor. Friday, Venus, the goddess of love, Freya. Saturn is Saturn. Saturday is Saturn. Hours, minutes, and seconds. Time as we know it is a sexagesimal bit system, which is a 60-base system. It was created by the Sumerians, later used by the Babylonians. This is one thought on how we got the sexagesimal system. If you count all the knuckles on one hand with your thumb, it adds up to 12. Three times 4 is 12. On the other hand, you can count 12 for each finger and the thumb. 5 times 12 is 60. 60 is special because it can be put into groups 12 different ways. It can be divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, with no fractions left over. We use a sexagesimal base to measure time, angles, and geographical locations. The first device to measure time was a stick in the ground, and later it became the sundial. As the sun moves across the sky, the shadow of the stick moves around. Of course, this wasn't very useful on cloudy days or at night. There were also water droppers. They were the first timekeeping device that didn't rely on celestial bodies. They measured hours by a constant drip of water. Later, the Greek philosopher Plato developed an alarm clock. As the water rose in a jar, it would blow a whistle to wake him up. Another device was using a candle that could mark time at night. King Alfred the Great used a device that had 6 candles that were 12 inches high. Each candle could burn for 4 hours. They had marks to show how far the candle had melted. Hourglasses were used on medieval ships because they were more reliable than sundials or water clocks. Magellan had 18 hourglasses on his ship. Next came the mechanical clocks, which included the pendulum, balance spring pocket watch, the wristwatch, the quartz clock, and the atomic clock. Each new invention of the clock was a better version of the previous one and more accurate at keeping time. Today we use the atomic clock, which can help keep accurate time up to 1 second. For a million years, it was used to measure time. 1 second is defined by 9,192,631,770 oscillations of the cesium atom. This is now the International Standard Time. There are 24 time zones around the world because there are 24 hours in a day. So when it's noon here, it's midnight in Afghanistan. In the United States, there are 4 time zones: the Pacific, Mountain, Central, and Eastern. We live in the Pacific time zone. The end. Done.